You gotta wonder if Il Capitano is as strong as he claims to be, or if it's all just one giant ruse. Hello everybody, I'm your friendly INFP gamer guy, and naturally today we're looking, or at the moment we're looking at Capitano. Probably said to be one of the strongest characters, likely leads over the military, very probably strategic, good warrior, and so I don't know much about him, but is one of the four stock characters of the Commedia dell'Arte. He almost likely was never a captain, but rather appropriated the name for himself. He was often a braggart and a swaggerer, who can maintain his claims only by benefit of the fact that none of the locals know him. He's usually a Spaniard, given the fact that most of the late Renaissance to well into 17th century, parts of Italy were under Spanish domination. It was most likely inspired by the boisterous Iberic caudillos, who told tall tales of their exploits either in conquest of the Americas or in the wars with Germany. Il Capitano often talks in length about made-up conquests, both the militaristics and carnal variety, in an attempt to impress others, but often ends up impressing only himself. He gets easily carried away in his tales and doesn't realize when those around him don't buy his act. He would be the first to run away from any and all battles, and he has trouble talking and being around men. He's also extremely opportunistic and greedy. If hired by Pantalone to protect his daughter from his many suitors, Capitano would set up a bidding war for his services or aid between the suitors, and Pantalone while wooing her himself. If he is hired to fight the Turks, he will bluster about fighting them to his last drop of blood, but when the Turks seem to be winning, he will join them. When they are driven off, he will change sides again and boast about his loyalty and bravery. So he's even more of a coward. Well, I think of him as a peacock who has molted all but one of his tall feathers, but does not know it, notes author John Rudlin. In this case, his cowardice is usually overcome by the fury of his passion, which he makes every effort to demonstrate. Typically, however, his cowardice is such that when one of the characters orders him to do something, he often steps down out of fear, but is able to make up an excuse that ensures the other characters still see him as brave and a fierce individual. Columbina sometimes uses him to make Arlecchino jealous, much to Capitano's bewilderment and fright. So does that mean he's scared of her? I think he's scared of her. He's either scared of her or Arlecchino. Okay, so he's a narcissist, is what I'm getting from here. He's going to be a bit of a narcissist. The braggart soldier of an ancient Roman comedy, an unsympathetic character, he was originally a parody of the French and Spanish mercenaries who overran the 16th century Italy. His blustering claims to wealth and military and amatory success were exploded often by roguish asides of his squire and confidant. By the 17th century, Capitano has lost most of his political overtone and simply represented an arrogant boaster. Okay. Here's my thought. This is a man who's going to pretend to act tough even though he's not tough at all. He's going to pretend to be something he's not. He's going to put on airs and make extreme displays of prowess even though not being very prowess, but or in the terms of the delusions, his delusion actually is what makes him into a great fighter, probably will wield a claymore, and his delusion is probably what will make him a honest foe, even though his regular, or his delusion is what's going to make him into a coward. Either his delusion is going to make him brave, or his delusion is going to make him into a coward, or he's originally a coward, narcissist, braggart, who then turns into somebody who is actually very brave, but regardless, he is also extremely egotistical, a braggart, and puts on airs to make other people believe that he's actually better than he actually is. In the term of the Harbingers of Genshin Impact, he would not be part of the Harbingers if he was not actually powerful, so maybe he makes it seem like he's a coward when he's actually not. He makes it seem like others have gotten the best of him when they actually have not. He makes it seem like all these things are happening. My prediction is we'll probably see him in Natlan. So yeah, we'll likely see him in Natlan, not in Fontaine. And his will be a thing in trying to get the Murata's Gnosis. My bet is we will have him running away with his tail tucked between his legs. He will likely put up a fight, but then he will run away. He'll be Brave Sir Robin ran away. That is what I'm predicting for Natlan, even though he looks awesome. But my bet is that once he figures out that we've got the best of him, maybe he's just like 3 gnomes in a trench coat. Who knows? Because we don't actually see what he looks like. But this is a very interesting character because he's supposed to be a coward. But would a coward be part of the Harbingers? So what are his abilities really? Maybe he's boastful in game. Maybe, okay, here's my thought. Maybe he's boastful, narcissistic, egotistical in game because he can actually back up what he says, unlike in the original where he can't back up what he says. But usually he'll probably try and get others to do the task for him, but he himself will either he won't be as good of a fighter as other thinks he are, or he is an insane fighter who is able to back up what he says. Those are the only 2 things I can think of with him. Yet it still begs the question, is his delusion the thing that makes him believe that he is stronger than he actually is? I don't know, but if you liked this and you have your own thoughts, let me know, and I will see you guys next time. And, of course, be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Until next time, bye.